maybe we should quarantine all the Virgos and Scorpios together. Let's get all them together.
That's an episode of Big Brother I watch. That's Survivor.
Yeah, I think we should try that.
I think we should try that. They belong together.
That could really work in many ways.
Yes, I agree.
Listen, everyone on this podcast is over the age of 21, consuming in a legal state on private property. So let's talk mysticism, marijuana, and manifesting. This is The High Priestess. This is recording. Happy 30th birthday.
Thank you.
Are people saying this?
You're the first person to say it, actually.
There's no way.
No, for real. And I think it's because my family lives in Canada. And they probably looked at the time and they're
famously
like...
Canadian.
Famously Canadian,
How
yes.
long have you lived in America?
America, 7 years. New York, 5.
Okay.
Yeah.
Where did you go first?
Seattle.
Oh, I've never been.
I hated it.
Really?
But I'm sure other people enjoy Seattle. I don't mean to hate on Seattle. For all your Seattle listeners. I was there during the pandemic.
Right.
And it was just
Doing the
like,
math.
I feel like I did not get the Seattle experience that
Sure.
other people get. I
Yeah.
was locked in a house and it was raining constantly.
One of my friends used to live in Seattle, but now she lives here. She's getting married this year.
Oh, wow.
I know. She's our age, though.
Interesting.
Our age.
Our age.
My age starts with a 2 for another 6
I was
weeks.
gonna say.
We're really different ages. But
Yes, yeah. Enjoy those last 2 weeks. Take it up. I woke up this morning. I was like, ugh.
Back hurts,
It's
etc.
happening.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was just giving your roommate advice on dating as if I know
Well,
so
I was
much
like,
more.
well, trust her. She's wise. She
Yeah,
just
like,
turned 30.
I'm 30. I've been through it. I did so much like reflective journaling last night on like my
Yes.
last night in my 20s.
Okay.
And so I took every year that I was 20, like 20, 21, and I was like, if I could time travel and speak to myself at those ages, what would I say?
Yeah.
And every single time it was, you're just going to get through it.
Yeah.
Like it just works itself out. Don't worry so much.
Honestly,
Like
honestly
truly.
true.
And it never feels that way.
Yeah.
Every big new thing that happens, you're like, but this one's harder.
Yeah.
And it works itself out.
Yeah.
Just
How was
get
the
through it.
journaling session? Did you come to any other realizations?
Another big realization was that at every year, it felt like every other year after 25, which is when I moved to New York.
Yeah.
Either my heart got broken or I came up with a new comedy show. It was like it like reversed.
It alternated.
It alternated.
That's so funny.
Yeah, it was like getting dumped. The sleepover show.
What year are we on right now?
Dumped.
No.
It's okay, but
Is
that
it
means
active at the moment?
yeah.
Stop.
But I'll be okay. I'll be
Damn.
okay. Yeah.
Sorry.
I was debating if I was gonna bring it up, but yeah,
And brought it up within 3 minutes.
immediately brought it up.
Hey, sometimes you gotta. I'll talk about men that I've been on 2 dates with on this podcast. I don't care.
Perfect. No, as you should.
Oh, they're listening? Good. They should.
I hope they are.
A guy I was seeing, who I kind of ended things with recently, this morning, 5 a.m., sent me one of my podcast clips and was like, wait, I'm mad that I haven't seen you recently. And I was like, what the hell?
What?
I thought we weren't supposed to.
I
thought we weren't
that's
seeing each
what
other anymore.
we decided on.
Yeah. And I was like, and also 5 a.m., what's happening?
What? Yeah. But you're honestly though, brag.
Well, no, but then he said, this makes me sound really bad, just so that everybody knows. He said, what if you ask me more questions?
Is he a Leo?
No, but he does have a Leo Mars.
Yeah, that makes sense.
But it's really funny because famously when I went on your show Love is Live
Yes.
Years ago, when I was one of the like 3 contestants or whatever, and I won, obviously.
Of course, you're a winner.
Right. But on the the last version of the show, it's like a kind of like the dating game for people listening.
We have 3 rounds.
Yes.
Round 1 is questions. Then you might get eliminated. Round 2 is like games. You might get eliminated. And then the third round's a date. And you made it all the way to the date.
I made it to the date.
Yeah.
And then my friend Mitchell Lippitt was also on the show.
He was, yes.
And after the date part, he goes, you did the straight man thing where you didn't ask her any questions. And I was like, stop. Because this is something people keep telling me. I'm self-centered.
You're not.
I'm trying to not
be. It's a show you were performing.
Life is a show, honey.
I've hung out with Mitchell Lippitt real life, and he doesn't ask me questions, so I don't know what he thinks he's saying by that. No,
Exactly.
Yeah.
He's about to turn 30 as well.
Am I
this
older
is the
than
crazy
him?
thing. By like a couple weeks.
Oh, I hate
He's
that.
a Gemini.
Oh, he is. Yeah, that makes sense.
But he's a May
actually.
Gemini.
Yeah.
First day. This is the crazy thing is so many people that I know in comedy were all born between April and like my birthday of 1996.
We're
randomly.
all 1996 babies.
Exactly. That's
Yeah.
why every time I meet another 1996er, I'm like, hell yeah. We're in the trenches
We're in
together.
the trenches.
So I like to start with a little 1-card poll,
Okay.
which is just like for the episode, not necessarily specifically for you or me or anything. This is gonna bother me, isn't this little strap?
But it's
It
so
is cute,
Taurus.
so I
It's
just have
so
to-
Taurus.
Thank you. It's got the little flower, the little leaves here. It's from Newly, of course.
Of course.
I'm a
Stunning.
like classic Newly girl.
Stunning.
Okay. Oh my God, this is so funny. We got the sun, but reverse.
Oh, reverse. Okay.
Reverse.
Okay.
So little joy, partial success, happiness changes, late success but full of surprises, complacent after achieving success. So the podcast is going to be really successful in the end.
Near the end, we'll get in a
Exactly.
groove.
In
Yeah.
the beginning,
yeah.
we sort of immediately started with our relationship failures
Exactly.
and personal
Yes, yes,
shortcomings.
yes.
And then by the end, we're
end,
going to have happiness
Of
and,
course.
and changes.
Exactly.
I haven't pulled the sun card before. This is exciting.
Oh, wow.
Even though it is reverse.
That's normally the
Also, I think it is funny because it's your solar return today, 30th birthday.
It's a solar return. I actually didn't know that.
Because the sun is going back
Return?
to the same degree it was in when you were born. So that's
Interesting.
another word for birthday is solar return.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So I'm very familiar with the Saturn return. Very familiar with that
I'm
year.
sure you are.
By the end of that year, I had short pink hair. Like I'd cut all my hair off and dyed it pink. And I think that's the only way to describe a Saturn's return.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, you're still in your Saturn's return.
Fuck. Let's wrap it up.
It's Aries, right?
Yeah, but let's wrap it up. then.
Right.
I'm done.
Well, I would love to.
I'm done
It went
returning.
in and out. It went in
Yeah.
and out, and now it's back in, and it will be for a while, I fear.
The sun card is normally the card I get, though, in every single tarot card reading I've ever had. Is the sun will come out.
Tomorrow, that's your bottom dollar. Tomorrow. She's a beautiful singer.
You are. I think about all the time at one of your shows you talked about doing hairspray in high school, which I'm always like risky.
I did not.
But weren't you supposed to? There's a story.
The story is that they did Hairspray a couple years after I graduated.
Oh, right.
But they
Yes,
cast
yes,
a skinny
yes.
girl, which is the craziest thing to me because you had me.
I also think it's crazy to do hairspray in high school. Whenever I hear any high schooler doing that play, I'm like, there's no way you did it right.
Well,
in
exactly.
Any stage of hairspray.
Well, there's no way they did it right because first of all, they cast the Tracy as a skinny girl, and then also like my high school famously does not have a lot of black people, and that
and I instantly
show
thought of that.
hinges on
the
having
main
a black
plot.
ensemble and
Yeah.
several black main characters, and I think they definitely did have black people in the show. Because that would be insane if
That'd
they
be
did it.
insane.
Although
It'd be
somebody
insane.
did tell me once they did Hairspray, but like instead of race, they made it something else entirely. And I was
I've
like,
heard that
that's,
too. That
that's
they,
crazy.
I heard they did diabetes. Oh no, this was for this was for Rent. It was for Rent. It was not Hairspray.
I have heard of that, and
They
that
do
is
diabetes,
so
yeah.
funny.
That is.
Diabetes instead of AIDS, two equal diseases.
These are equal things.
Anyways, you're a theater kid, I assume.
I am, yeah. But I
Yeah,
can't
yeah.
sing. So I was
can't
like,
sing?
I can't sing.
Damn.
I'm really, really bad at it to the point where I don't sing happy birthday at parties.
Well, good thing you don't have to tonight. Everyone's gonna
Who
sing it
at
for you.
me,
Yeah.
which I obviously enjoy being sang
Of
at.
course.
But no, so I played a lot of like an Annie. Are you familiar with Annie?
I was in Annie twice.
Of course you are. Are you familiar with the character the apple seller? Famously,
Describe the scene to me.
Yeah, for sure. They're in the Hooverville where like the poor
We'd like
people.
to thank you, Herbert Hoover.
And to open that scene, my drama school director
Yeah.
was like, "What if Mackenzie came out and sold apples to the audience because they're poor?" So they
To
would
the
sell
audience is
to the
funny.
audience. And so
They're like, what if you're not on stage? What if you're sort of in the audience instead?
they wouldn't let me on stage. I was like, just selling apples. And so, yeah, no, I did like 5 minutes because they also had to change the sets. So I did like.
So you were like because they were like, you're going to come on and do like a little funny thing and entertain people while we change
while
stuff.
we change
Yeah.
sets, and then you'll walk through the next scene to show that you're part of the poor people.
Yeah, honestly, that is
yeah.
smart of the director to give, because the amount of like middle school and high school shows I've been to that are like just awkward scene changes, nothing happening. Like we're all just kind of sitting there.
You hear the
And by
shuffling
way,
of the feet. Yeah.
last night, so last week, my friend texted me and she was like, "Hey, do you want to go to Shrek Jr. at the middle school that my friend directed and works at?" And I said, "Wouldn't miss it for the world."
Of course. Be there.
Wouldn't
I
miss it
would
for
be
the freaking
there.
world.
Yes.
And that was the last night. So we went to Shrek Jr. last night.
I love that. Oh my gosh.
It was good. Actually, Shrek Loki was being played by a famous person's son. So that was cool.
Who was it? You can bleep it out. Who was it?
Adam Pally.
Oh, fuck. That's crazy,
Yeah.
actually.
And
That's
his son
crazy.
does have... I clocked his name. I
Right.
clocked the name and I was like, interesting. I wonder if... Because we are in New York City.
Of course. Yeah.
And then he did a couple of his movements that he did were very Adam Pally coded.
I see.
In a
Okay.
way that I was like, that has to be
your kid.
his son.
Yeah.
And so I had my friend ask her friend who was the director, and she was like, yeah.
That's Adam Pally's kid.
And he was there. And I was
And
like,
so-
what the hell? And I didn't see him.
You probably
I usually have a good nose for that thing.
You probably just saw the next James Bond is what's going to happen.
And I always forget to introduce people. Guys, welcome.
yeah,
This
hi.
is the High Priestess podcast. I have an amazing guest today. She is a comedian. She's a writer. She's a producer. New York City based, honey. And today is her 30th birthday.
Thank you so much.
Please welcome to the podcast, Mackenzie Jaquish.
Thank you.
Did I pronounce
So-
your last name right?
It's Jaquish.
Jaquish.
But
so
no
like,
one's
not at all.
ever
Mackenzie
pronounced
Jaquish.
Yeah.
Is there a Y in there or am I crazy?
There's not.
Right, okay.
It's spelled like Jacques,
Jaquish.
but it is not French.
Well, you are Canadian.
But
So you understand my confusion.
let's talk about that. We don't speak French in Canada. We speak Quebecois.
I know Quebecois because
Yeah.
I took, here's the situation. I took French.
Here's the situation.
I'm famously, I was a French kid because I was a bit of a pick-me like that.
Oh, of course.
Pick me for language, not for like men. But in 8th grade, we did a trip to Montreal.
Oh, okay.
And it was so funny because like the Spanish class kids like went to a Mexican restaurant for dinner in the next door town. We did like a
You went
weekend
to-
in Montreal.
You went to a different country. I think people forget that Canada's a different country. You had to pass through border.
We had to have a
security.
passport.
Yeah. There was a security check. Like,
And so, yeah, I'm familiar.
you're familiar with Quebecois.
But do I speak French that well? And then one time when I was on the train years ago, I was sat next to a family that was speaking French, and I clocked them as Quebecois because I was like, right.
There's just like a
So I'm noticing
difference.
that the numbers they're
Yeah.
saying.
Yeah. It's syncing up. It's syncing up.
Exactly. 30th birthday for real. Do you have birthday plans today? What's going on?
I don't have birthday plans tonight, but I was going to invite you. I didn't mean to do it on the pod. I am throwing a party if you'd like to come tomorrow.
Hey, somebody
Yeah.
already told me about it. That's so funny. No, because last night I was famously hanging out with Chase Hoffman. We went to Shrek Jr. together.
Yes.
And I was like, what's on this weekend? He was
Yeah.
like, well, do you know Mackenzie? And I was like, I actually do. She's coming over to my
know
house
her.
tomorrow
Yeah.
morning.
Yeah.
She's starting her birthday with me.
She's going to be in my
And
home.
ending it.
Yes.
And he was like, it's in Midtown Manhattan. And I said, ooh.
But it's like a nice place. I rented out. Like it feels like I'm throwing a wedding.
Oh,
So like,
fancy.
please come to my solo.
Is there a
30th
party
wedding.
full? Send me the party full.
I'm so bad at Particle, but I'll send it.
Okay.
But that's so you know, like, why wasn't I? Because I don't know how to work Particle.
No, that's fine.
I'm 1,000 years old.
People, Partyful had its peak already. It's on the decline. People are using it less. I hosted a party last weekend and people are like,
Oh, yeah, where was my invite?
Well, exactly. People are like, I
Exactly.
don't use Partyful anymore. And I was like, I just kind of go through and click everyone that I know.
Same.
But if they don't show up, I'll forget.
Exactly. So I'll send you the Particle because
No
yes,
worries
would
at all. I
love
will
for you to be there.
Probably 80% be there.
Perfect.
Midtown is hard for me, but what train is it off of?
Any.
Any train.
If you get off the train, it's New York. To get on the train, you get off the train. You
Well,
know?
I'm annoying about it because I'm sort of like, I love, like, if it's the L to one of the yellow lines, I love that.
You could do that for sure.
Okay,
You could
because
take
that's only one staircase up at
Oh,
Union
yeah,
Square.
yeah,
That's
that's
why I'm
fair.
like particular.
That's
about it.
fair. Okay.
But like last night, I had to take the L to the 1, 2, 3.
Oh,
Nightmare.
that is a nightmare.
Hate that.
I'll give you that. The 1, 2, 3.
6-minute walk between. Are you kidding me?
I'm
This
not
isn't
doing
the same
that.
station at that point.
Get out and come back in.
Right.
Exactly. 100% agree. No,
you're-
you can get off at 42nd.
Okay,
yeah.
good.
Yeah.
And your parents are coming into town
They are.
for the party.
For the party. Like I said, this feels like a wedding.
Are your parents like? Are your parents like cool with like New York parties? What's
My
their vibe?
parents are partiers. First of all, they both were popular in high school. Which
Oh my God, I
which
see that for you actually.
But I wasn't.
Sure.
And
that always happens.
I think they quickly realized they're like, wait, that's not genetic. Like, why is she? Why is she at home? It's Friday. Like,
That's
what's
so
happening?
funny.
And so I think me moving to New York and like having like a friend group and people to actually invite to things, I think they are just really excited.
Oh,
that they're not the
that
only
is
ones on my
exciting.
birthday anymore. They're like, let's go, babe.
That is incredibly depressing. Not only one's coming to my birthday. No, I feel you. I've had lightly attended birthdays as a child, and I think that's why I throw such big birthday parties now.
Because we have people to actually like celebrate with. And
Exactly.
a friend of mine, Vivian, she always says your birthday is your way to be like to your friends, like, you are important to me.
Yeah.
This is another year of us being important together.
Yeah.
Come be important with me.
And you know that, like, I can't remember who said it, but they were like, nicest thing you could do for someone is go to their birthday party.
Yes.
I'm like, I'm a big birthday girl, you know?
Even in Midtown Manhattan. That would be so nice.
She's like, so you're not going to do something nice for you?
Yeah,
for me?"
exactly. For my 30th? Do you think I'm
Sure,
doing
sure,
this
sure,
every
sure.
year? No. This is a one-time thing I'm doing.
Sure. What time
Yeah.
is it?
It starts at 7:30. Goes
Oh,
till
it's
11.
earlier.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
okay,
yeah, yeah.
Cool.
Is that early?
7:30?
Yeah.
Yeah, like most of the parties I'm invited to in New York, like you show up at like 9:30 and you're the first one there.
I'm going to be...
This is Brooklyn, maybe.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Brooklyn culture.
Maybe when I was 24, that was happening. When I was
Right.
24, though, I would be like hopping between parties.
Well, yeah, of course you have to.
Like different neighborhoods. It never seemed like a big deal. It's like, oh, we just got to get on the
we
L.
have to
Let's
take
just get on
3
the L.
trains to get there.
Not a big deal at all. Now I'm like, you want me to get on one train?
Yeah,
It's already 10. Like,
Yeah.
I'm not going.
exactly.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyways, so I'm so curious because you sent me a voice message and you were like, we are cosmically linked in some ways. We have funny coincidence. What is that about? Tell me.
We have a lot of like just like funny little things that have happened throughout time, but one of them is, you know, when you go through a breakup and
Yeah.
you're like waiting for that switch to flip of I'm no longer attracted to this person.
Yes.
I had an ex, this was a long time ago, who I just couldn't ever flip that switch. I was like, no, there's still a part of me that might happen. Like maybe one day stars will realign, but we just couldn't make it work at that time. But we hadn't talked in a while, but we were like friendly, but we hadn't talked in a while.
Yeah.
And then I usually try to go to your show, Constellation Show.
Constellation Prize.
And it was Constellation Prize, of course. And then there was this one night I was supposed to go and like the trains were like delayed and it was just like, I was having an off day. I'm like, I just don't think I'm going to go. And this ex of mine is a comic, but a comic from LA.
Oh.
So I was like, we're never going to cross paths on
Yeah.
a show. Like it never ever crossed
Yeah.
my mind even. But then I'm sitting at home and he sends me a text and he's like, I'm in New York. Are we not going to hang out? And I was like, oh, I didn't know you were in New York.
Right.
And he was like, well, you could have come to my show. And I was like, what was your show? And he was like, Constellation.
Oh my God. Tell me after who it was.
Of course. But no, then he...
It's probably someone my producer booked because I don't really know
It
any
was
LA
someone
comics.
your producer,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
but yeah, so he like came to the bar near me and we hung out. And when I walked in, I was like, oh, I'm
Not attracted
so
to
no
you.
longer attracted to you. Like it was gone. And we had a very big fight because he was upset that I was no longer like in it. And it ended with him like grabbing my shoulders and shaking me, being like, I want to be your boyfriend. And I was like, nothing's gonna make me want to be your girlfriend less, my guy.
Right.
Like that is.
Seriously.
And here's the thing, he probably still follows you, so he might listen to this, but I truly don't. I haven't blocked on everything, including Venmo. I'm like, this is just a done.
Just collaborate with me on the post, and then he probably won't see it, right?
I'm also okay if he sees it. I'm not afraid of him. He was shorter than me.
I think I know who it is. I got a guess. And we will have to talk about him afterwards.
Yes.
Okay,
Actually,
that
I
is
do wonder if
crazy.
you know who it is. You could say bleep it out, say it, but yeah.
Yeah, okay. He hit on one of my friends at that show.
Oh my. And see, this is the thing. The man does have like charisma.
And then they texted for a while after.
Wait, which do I know the friend?
No, she's not
Okay.
a comic.
Oh my gosh.
She's a friend who attends the show for fun.
Can you think of how crazy it is that he got her number and then went to his ex's house?
She certainly doesn't know that.
Well, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry to hear. She can have him.
I don't think she wants him.
Good.
He did seem nice, but yeah, I feel I also have an ex who is shorter than me.
I'm good. Thank you.
And he similarly, I saw him in like end of January when I was visiting Bangkok, and I was just like, yeah, I'm not really attracted to him anymore.
Yeah. It feels so good when that happens. When that switch happens, you're like, wait, life is about to get better. Yeah. It feels so
To
good.
be fair, like for him, I wasn't even really still. Like, I didn't think I was going to be still attracted to him, so I was kind of, like, confirming.
Right.
I definitely still have exes that I am still attracted to, unfortunately. Leos, of course.
Of course.
Always Leos
And because
for me.
I definitely still have exes, too, that I'm like, oh, I'll always find you attractive. But that's, like, not the same as, like, and I want to be with you.
Right, exactly. Yeah, for sure.
Attractive, but not attracted to, I think is a good way to put it. Yeah.
That is crazy.
I just love that it was coming from your show. I'm like, oh, I almost did go to that show.
You're like,
and could you imagine if I
I know
showed
her.
up? Like, yeah.
Didn't look at the lineup before.
Yeah. I trust your lineups. I'm like, oh, there'll be good comics there. Maybe I've kissed them.
Exactly. I let my producer usually book at least 3 people. So there's always like people that I don't. Because that's the thing is that I can only book people whose signs I don't know.
That's
and you know
true.
how hard that is for me?
Also, what was his sign? I actually don't know.
I'd have to go back and watch.
I think it's some Gemini bullshit.
I was going to say, it might have been Gemini.
Might have been Gemini or
But
Leo,
I always think like every man that I don't know on the show is almost always a Gemini. So it's like...
And that's fair. I meet very few female Geminis. I meet a lot of male Geminis.
Really?
Yeah.
I have so many Geminis in my life, full stop, I'll say.
Yeah.
But...
What does that say about you?
Well, I have a lot of Gemini in my chart.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
Okay. Wow.
I have Mercury, Venus, and Mars all in Gemini.
That's a lot of Gemini in there.
Yeah. And it's in my 11th house, so house of friendship. So
yes.
like...
So gotcha.
I'm attracting Geminis constantly.
I love that for you, though. Okay.
Somebody has to do it.
They do need help.
Right.
And I'm glad you're there to help them.
Right.
That's important.
Plus my brother is famously a Gemini. So
he's famously a Gemini.
My brother, yes. My brother
and I knew that
close.
because it's famous. Yeah.
Obviously. Okay, so you're having a party tonight, fancy party
Tomorrow,
a little bit.
tomorrow.
The party's tomorrow?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Your parents are coming in tonight?
Yes. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, it's tomorrow. Yeah, I'll be there.
Oh, perfect. Okay, awesome. Easy. And it's on camera that you're going to be there, so better be there.
So I have to,
Insert a photo of you at the party here.
This will be coming out after the party,
Yes.
so everybody hold me accountable.
Yes.
Okay, so tell me about like your journey with astrology. I know you are like into astrology. When did that start? To what extent?
I'm very, very into astrology and just like spirituality and tarot card readings in general. And I was thinking last night because I figured that question would come up.
Yeah.
It started very young of just like, I grew up in a very small town in Canada, Crossfield, Alberta.
Hey.
And there was a newspaper that went out to everybody, and my mom would read me and my older sister Molly our horoscopes because my mom and my sister are both Scorpios.
Oh,
They're like
wow.
they're like-
Taurus, Scorpio. Ooh, sister signs for sisters.
For sure. I also dated a Scorpio. For like a
Honey, we all
long,
have,
long
and
time.
we're all in a mental
We're all
hospital
still
because of it.
So yeah, her like reading it and me being like, well, what does that really mean? And then I grew up in the age of like Pinterest, and also, well, you did as well. We're the same age. I don't know why I said it like that.
Almost exactly the same.
And like, do you remember when apps were like all the thing? Like, oh, I have an app for that. I have an app for
Yeah,
this.
of course.
There were so many astrology apps that I downloaded them all, and every Taurus thing I could like get onto. I was like, this is my new personality. And I'm like, there's a dark side, there's a light side. But then as I got older and it became like an actual thing I could study and learn more about, I learned about rising and moon, and I connect so much more with my rising sign of a Libra rising.
Libra girly.
And just like finding that out, I felt like it opened different parts of my brain. And I just feel like all this stuff is such a good in your life, but especially in your 20s. Now that I'm 30, I can say that. I feel like you're in a constant windstorm all the time. And having anything that can be a tentpole of, oh, I can go back and check this is helpful.
Yeah.
And astrology has been that for me.
Yeah.
Of like the Scorpio guy, there were wonderful things in that relationship. Of course, I was last year. But also at the end of the day, I remember being like, oh, well, a Scorpio and a Taurus just wouldn't work. Like I was like, well, it just wouldn't have worked. Yeah.
A Scorpio and Taurus always have that attraction as opposing signs and both pretty magnetic signs.
Yeah.
A Scorpio being the most magnetic of the entire zodiac.
Yeah.
But there's always going to be difficulties. It's always going to be like most Tauruses have a very serious and like life disrupting relationship with a Scorpio.
Yes. And that's good to know because that happened. Life was disrupted and I got it back on track. Yes.
Right.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah, I don't know. Scorpios to me, for casual, okay. I mean, I'm a Cancer, so it should work in theory.
I was going to say that I've been told that those are good together.
Because they're both water.
Okay.
But my Cancer sun is my only water sign.
Oh, what are your other?
I'm a Sagittarius moon, and I'm a Leo rising. Gotcha. With the Gemini stellium.
Of course.
So I'm like, I have like almost no earth, basically.
Yes.
And I'm all air and fire, except for that water sign. So Scorpios just can be a little bit intense for me.
And that's fair. Whereas I think Taurus, especially Taurus women, they want intense, or at least they think they do. Because then they're like, oh my God, they care as much as I care.
Right.
But intensity doesn't actually always mean that they care and are as loyal as you. They're just intense about it in that moment.
They are,
Yeah.
Damn. Okay, so you were into the apps. I you probably got into it before me.
Being older than you, of course. I got into life before you did.
Lest y'all forget, my age starts with a 2 still. Exactly. But
you're practically Gen Z.
I am Gen Z and I heavily identify as such. But cut that. But no, what was I gonna say? We were talking about this happens all the time on this podcast.
Like astrology apps,
right?
Astrology apps. Yeah.
So I didn't really like astrology because I never felt like a Cancer as a child.
Interesting.
And I was always an Android user, so I feel like y'all had more apps than me.
We had a lot more apps. We just did. Apple had more apps.
More apps, like in like real serious apps. Like everyone, like people were making their own apps on Android, but it was like, I'm not gonna use that. I'm 16. But yeah, always been an Android girly and proud of it, by the way.
Okay. I'm glad you have that. Like I said, 10 polls that you're looking to hold on to, you have Android. You can hold on to.
Exactly.
I noticed this is an iPad though.
That is interesting.
So that's interesting. So we're flimsy with the rules.
Well, the situation is I low-key don't mind a MacBook.
Interesting.
Because I like that it's so light.
They are so light.
Because my laptop is heavy as fuck. I have a Lenovo, and it's slow. It is old at this point, to be fair. It's probably like 7 years old. But it's heavy. I don't like carrying it around, and this is so much easier to just kind of carry around. And I do like the little pen.
We really are turning 30. And you're like, the pen's nice.
The stylus.
It's nice. It's comfortable.
And I did get this on Facebook Marketplace for relatively cheap, I'll say.
Oh, lovely. Okay.
Yeah, the guy that sold it to me, hot.
Oh.
I know.
I always think, and I never have, but I think meeting someone on Facebook Marketplace would be romantic.
I think so too.
You're like, oh, and then like you come over and like the piece of furniture you sold them is set up in their home now. It's like you share it. Yeah. I don't know. I think that could be
Facebook Meet Cute Marketplace.
Yes. That's a new comedy show.
It's something. We could write it. So comedy shows these days, what are you producing? What are you working on?
So this was a very big year for me because I got my O1 visa approved because, again, I'm Canadian, which was...
I would have married you if you didn't.
And thank you for saying that. But no, so this was a really great year for that to happen because turning 30, I think, is so scary because you're like, what did I do with my 20s?
Sure.
And so to have this like legal document that's like enough for the U.S. government to consider me an artist is what my visa is.
That's awesome.
And so taking that now, I'm like, okay, so you've now proven it over 10 years. I wasn't 10 years old.
You're young. You're really young.
I'm actually Amanda Bynes. I was doing stand-up at 10.
My favorite, by the way. I'm deeply obsessed with Amanda Bynes. Continue.
I am so...
She's the Man is my favorite movie.
What a Girl Wants is my favorite movie. And that's because I love Colin Firth.
Yeah.
If I could date any man, it'd be Colin Firth.
I've been rewatching What I Like About You, her show that she did.
Interesting, because it came on Netflix.
Yeah, it's
with
on
Jenny
Netflix.
Garth. Yeah. I did a rewatch a few years ago of that on YouTube. And all the music's been changed from what it originally was when it aired. The theme song is What I Like About You.
Yeah.
Not on Netflix.
Whoa. I didn't even notice that.
And that kind of stuff irritates me.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I'm sure Taurus. But the thing that irritates me is like I'm kind of a laugh track hater.
Ooh.
I hate a laugh track.
And that
show has heavy laugh track.
Heavy with like small things. Like she'll wake up and they'll be like, ha ha ha.
And I agree, like she's hilarious, but like let's not use the laugh track.
Like, she didn't need it. She didn't need it. I don't know why we would do that to Amanda.
So you got approved for the visa. You're a true artist in America.
True artist in America.
That's amazing.
And so, reflecting on like, okay, well, 10 years you did all that stuff. And some of that stuff, as you know, is like not fun or glamorous stuff that we did, right?
Oh, yeah.
Like, especially open mics.
Yeah.
We were saying like, and we don't do that anymore because it sucks. But when I was 24 and I just moved to the city, absolutely. Yeah. I was at like these open mics.
That's how I made all my friends.
It's how I made all my friends. It's how I got any dates when I first came to the city.
You were dating comics?
Oh my gosh.
We have a lot to talk about off camera.
Pick any of your friends. I probably kissed them or thought
about kissing them.
Really? I'm kidding. But no. So doing all that stuff, and I'm like, okay, now that I'm 30, what do I actually want to be doing? So by the end of 31, this happened the other day. It's very exciting. We're going to have made my first feature film. We're writing it and we got financing recently.
That's so exciting.
Which is very exciting. And then after that, I think like, honestly, just rolling, like I want to make stuff that makes people feel like they're not that lonely girl in middle school. They have friends. And that's what I've always wanted Pretty Funny Comedy, my company, to be, and to make a movie that would make someone feel like their comfort movie that they could go watch, like She's the Man or What a Girl Wants. That is like my dream and my goal. Yeah. So that's like what I'm working on right now.
I love that. That is so beautiful, and especially I feel like healing for your inner child potentially.
Yes, little Mackenzie. Yes, very. She's getting healed this year.
Can you tell us what the film is about, or is that under wraps for now?
That's under a little bit of wraps, but heavily inspired by Romeo and Michelle's high school reunion. Because that movie is like my identity.
Exciting.
Yes, I love that movie.
Wait, okay. We randomly didn't have a high school reunion. Isn't that sad?
I didn't have one either.
I wanted one.
Should we just have one? Let's have one with like, all the Bushwick comics.
It was like it was supposed to be the 10-year like a couple years ago.
Yeah,
just nobody organized it.
That's the thing when no one. And I don't know about you. I was the organizer of that kind of stuff. Oh, so the fact that I was busy, I think, is why it didn't happen.
My school it's famously supposed to be the class president.
Interesting.
Organizes. And where are you, Cole Miranda?
Yeah, Cole. What a 1996 name, Cole. My first crush, his name was Cole.
Really?
And I like never hear that name. You just said that. I was like, whoa, Cole.
Yeah, Cole.
Sprouse? Like,
Did you watch the Hannah Montana reunion?
I did.
Did you see? She was like, yeah, big reveal. Dylan and I were dating.
I love that she said it. And she was like, yeah, bring your brother too. 2 for 1. And I'm like,
she killed me with that.
Hot though. No. They were like gross little boys.
They were like 12-year-old boys with long hair.
And
they had lobs.
They looked like 12-year-old boys. Like they looked gross. Like, yeah.
But good show.
But I'll support anything Miley does. So
exactly.
Anything she does, yeah.
Okay, so you're working on the feature-length film. Are you doing any live shows these days? Sleepover is happening still.
Sleepover
yes or no?
is always happening. Okay. Whether it's just in a little bit of a break or if we have a date planned. And Love is Live is coming back as well.
Oh my God! Thank God I'm single.
Yeah. We're gonna be at the Players Theater going forward. We're really, really excited to bring that show back.
Is that?
Yeah. It's actually in the Village, and it's where Bob Dylan used to play.
Ever heard of him? Probably saw that in the movie.
Ever heard of him? They did show so much of it in the movie. That's why I keep thinking about it. I'm like, it's in every shot of the movie.
I did watch that only because I'm a Timothy fan.
Are you?
And I'm saying that on mic.
What about the ballet?
I know.
What about the ballet?
But like, I mean, the fact that everyone reacted so like crazy kind of proves that he was right.
That he was correct.
I love the ballet. Suddenly, Chase is going to the ballet tonight. I was like, interesting.
I
asked what the ballet was tonight, and it's like some modern contemporary mix with they're playing monologues over the dancing, and I was like,
okay,
this is vagina monologues.
Cut to Chase on his phone playing Tetris. Like he's not on Grindr. He's not gonna fucking be. No, I'm calling Chase out on that.
I was like, oh, I would love to go to the ballet. Not that one, maybe.
That one.
I got canceled from this. I'm sure you guys are. First of all, I'm sure everyone involved is incredibly creative and talented.
Of course,
but that is not necessarily the vibe that I am interested in watching.
No, in the same way that I don't like love watching like a lot of sports and stuff like that. That doesn't mean they're not talented.
Yeah.
It's just not my thing. Yeah.
I like sports when it's in person.
Same.
Yeah,
because
that's
like
an event.
But also I like the food at like arenas and stuff.
Right.
Yeah, Taurus. Yeah.
I always try to be like I try not to be like Taurus food because that's so like basic. But it is almost always correct.
It is always correct. I think I struggle with it. This is immediately going to pin drop and I apologize. But like because I suffer from bulimia.
Yeah.
So like that's always been a weird thing where I'm like no, food does absolutely bring me so much comfort. And then for a long time in my mid-20s, too much comfort.
A little bit too much.
That my body was like, get it out.
Damn.
And so now I've like started to have a healthier relationship with it being comfort without
That's
it being
good.
my only comfort.
Yeah.
But still, I'll go anywhere if there's hot food.
Absolutely.
But that is Taurus. Yeah.
I mean, eating disorders so rampant in any young girl's population, especially ours growing up in the early 2000s.
Yep.
I'm like, I don't think I know any woman who haven't had at least a little bit of an eating disorder at some point in their life.
Oh, for sure. Or like even if they haven't even had a little bit of it, you'll see them do something. You'll be like, well, that's not normal. Like, I don't I think you have one right now, babe. Like,
yeah, exactly. I have to run if I ate a specific cookie or something.
Yeah, exactly. Like, or, I do like that. Yeah, exactly. Why are you doing that? Oh, well, I had a big this. No, just have the cookie.
Not really.
The cookie.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Okay. So, my next question for you.
Yes.
What is your astrology hot take?
So I thought about this, and I'm not a hot take person, and so I had to think about it.
It's that lack of fire.
You looked at there's like no fire in me. It's all earth.
No water. Like
I know it's like earth and air mostly.
Yeah,
right? But a lot of earth, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah. So my like hot take, that's not really a hot take, but something I try to explain to people when they're not big astrology people, is if you can't understand your moon sign, find a villain, either historical or fictional, that shares that sign as like their main sign. And then I'm like, that's just your evil villain.
Wait, I love that. That's amazing. So who's your Aquarius villain?
So I don't want to get canceled because mine is a real person. And I apologize because I know this is going on the internet
So
and someone
funny.
might have been affected by this. Do you know who Elizabeth Holmes is?
Yes, but tell me more.
Okay.
She's the scientist that's now
In jail.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Played by
She-
Amanda Seyfried.
Yes,
Okay.
and the Dropout, which was great television.
Yeah.
She created this machine that
Yeah.
you could test your blood at home with 1 drop of blood.
Okay.
And she convinced like hundreds of thousands of people to invest in it, to use in it. She got millions of dollars into this company, and it never ever worked. So many people were misdiagnosed and horribly affected, and she's in jail as she should. Like, all of that is so true. Number one, I look so much like her, and it's
You kind of do.
it's real upsetting how much I look like her. And 2, one of the things she did was she used a fake voice, and it's my voice.
What?
And it's not her. Like
That's
she's
crazy.
She's like recently come out and been like, yeah, I just did it to like give myself more confidence. I'm like, ma'am, more confidence. This is not.
Well, Taurus rules the throat.
And amen to that. But I don't like. I never liked my voice. So
Really?
but hearing that and her being like, it gave me confidence to talk like that. And she's an Aquarius and I'm an Aquarius moon.
Yeah.
And so every now and then if I feel like I'm just not doing well and I'm like, well, you know, Elizabeth Holmes did convince a lot of people that something was real that was not real. I think you can go do that open mic. Like, I think you can do it. Like, I think you can convince these Bushwick comics are funny.
Right.
Like, yeah.
This is, I mean, of course she's an Aquarius kind of.
Yeah.
First of all, God complex.
Yes.
Second of all, like the innovation aspect of it.
Yes. An inspiring step forward.
Oh, yeah. I now I'm trying to think of like a Sagittarius villain.
Yeah. I mean, Taylor Swift is a Sagittarius, just so you know.
Yeah, but
That's fine.
that's not my culture.
We don't have to talk about
Luckily,
it.
I'm not a blonde woman. Oh, my villain is the billionaire girl who keeps getting her heart broken.
The artiste.
No, my moon sign is Miley Cyrus, but she's not a villain.
She's not a villain. Not a villain. Yes.
I'm trying to think of like a Disney villain. That's,
Yeah.
Because maybe Scar. No, maybe he's more Scorpio. I have to think about it.
Well, do you think about that? But for sure, I think
I'll
it's
let you know at
something-
your birthday tomorrow.
Yeah,
'cause
thank
I'm
you.
gonna be thinking on it.
Good. And that again, you're now saying twice you will be at the birthday.
Expect me there.
You're coming. Yes.
Well, I'm hanging out with Chase beforehand, so we'll just come together.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Okay, cute.
Okay, so I am obsessed with that. I think that was perfect, and nobody's come with something like that before. So I because now everyone else gets to think like, okay, let me find who my villain would be based on my moon sign.
Yes. And I think we have something to learn from every villain. Not every villain is a villain. You know what I mean?
Sure.
Like, yeah.
For sure.
Yeah, I do think Elizabeth Holmes did some bad stuff, though. I want to be very clear, but I'm not in support of Elizabeth Holmes.
Right.
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
I'm just gonna sip of my little tea here.
Oh my God, your name is all over that.
My grandma got this for me.
That's really cute.
My grandma one Christmas got all of us a mug
With your
It
names
was our
on
names.
it?
Yeah.
That's so cute.
They do they love a theme, and it was like this, and then also everyone got silk pillowcases, but for some reason the color cornflower blue.
That's interesting.
I don't think that's anyone's favorite color.
No one's
I think it's a beautiful color,
it's
but
gorgeous.
it's not anyone's favorite color
No
in
one's,
my family.
going for
everyone's
it.
what the?
I feel like
What's
your
the
grandma
point?
found a sale. And what happened? How many grandkids are there?
Probably. 5.
Yeah, I'm gonna find sales. If I have 5 grandchildren,
Well, she got it for all the kids too, and my dad. So the spouses as well. So
gotcha. Yeah.
Yeah.
Then there was
Yeah.
a sale. There was a sale.
there
yeah.
had to be a sale. That
And
had to
it's-
be the cheapest one.
And that's like a beautiful color that no one can get mad about.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Does not fit in my room at all,
Sure.
but I'm using it.
Yeah, of course. It's a silk. It's silk. Yeah.
That's nice. But yeah. Cornflower blue. Maybe it's because Nebraska. She's from Nebraska. I don't. Whatever. I'm gonna do your reading.
Oh yes. Yeah.
So let me pull up your chart. Gorgeous.
Gorgeous.
Have you seen it in this format before?
No, I have not.
Okay.
I've had very few chart readings. Yeah. So that's why I was so
exciting.
excited. I'm like starting 30
I
with a
know.
chart reading.
Everyone wants to be on this podcast now because I'm and it's not because it's successful. It's because people want to
First
get
of all,
read.
It is. First of all, it is. Because I'll be on TikTok and the clips will scroll by. And I'm like, I don't follow people on TikTok because I want to see who comes up naturally. You come up naturally all the time.
Good. Yep. I'm glad.
Yep.
Yeah, so this is your chart. I always look at the circle because my main thing is I'm looking at the aspects.
Right.
Like we'll talk about the placements of the planets first, of course, but then I'm getting into the aspects. So I read a headline for everyone's chart. This is your headline. Okay. Logical, Venusian, morally sound, sensation-seeking, yet diplomatic, queen of compromise.
Whew. I like queen of compromise. I think you call some people and tell them that. She's actually really good at it. She's the queen of it, some might say.
Exactly. I would say it.
The queen.
So you are a Taurus sun, which you already know. Taurus suns are very stable. They're very practical. They're grounded. They have a love for like material sensations and also material possessions, material pleasures.
Yes.
Yeah. Are you a things girl? Do you like little things and stuff?
It's so funny because, like, yes, absolutely. I remember dating a guy who was my longest relationship, and he, near the end of the relationship, he was like, I think instead of giving each other gifts for, like, birthdays and holidays, we should do experiences together. And I was like, no. I'm always going to need a thing.
Yeah.
I'm always
Gifts are my love language.
Even if it's small,
yeah,
I still need the thing. Like, I need a little thing. I need a little thing.
Gifts are my love language. People really don't understand it.
And whenever anyone's like, oh, I don't want to say my thing, like, gifts is love language, it means you thought about me enough to get this thing for me. It's nice. And then it's a physical reminder of that thing. Yeah,
I also love giving gifts.
I love giving a gift, and I love being like, I worked so hard to figure out that this was right,
the perfect
for you,
thing,
and now you get to have that forever.
Yeah. What's your formula usually for getting the perfect gift for someone?
So I normally, if it's like someone's birthday who I'm close to, like my best friend whose name is also Olivia. She has like a very big like year ahead of her. I know a lot of stuff that's gonna be happening for her.
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, when her birthday comes around in December, what is something useful I can give her that she could use for like years to come? So I've started paying attention now over the summer to be like, oh, that's really annoying that your phone case does that. Like stuff like that. Like
that's good.
Noticing problems to bring it up. But then also tying it back to something like nostalgic to us. Like that we experienced together. Yeah.
That's good. So so a combination of something that they can use and is a need actually with a sentimental or like personal shared
that like
memory.
This is our thing together. Absolutely.
I love that. That's perfect. My formula is more basic than that, but now I kind of want to try that. I mean, that's very like obviously I don't have Earth. Like I could use a little bit more practicality in my chart. So yeah, my formula is just combining two things that they love.
Oh, but I love that too. That's all. It's all, again, we're the queens of compromise.
Not me. Not me. I'm not compromising. Sort of my way or the highway.
Gotcha. Understood.
So you have an Aquarius moon, famously, as we just discussed. And these are visionaries, right? They're like emotionally detached, ultimately. You kind of like work overtime to convince yourself that you don't need to process your feelings.
It's just so accurate with what everything that's happening right now. I'm like, yeah, last night I was up being like, no, you're fine. You're good.
And it's like the journey for you will be to be like, hey, it's actually okay to feel things.
Yeah, it's okay that this is upsetting. Right. It's an upsetting thing.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But Aquarius moons want to be so like, that stuff doesn't bother me. Yeah, it's that like aloof aspect of Aquarius, I would say.
It's very like, I don't know if you ever watched the show How I Met Your Mother. Of course. We were born in 1886. Of course. Exactly. It's the Robin Scherbatsky. I'm a cool girl. I don't need to cry. She's not like other girls. And that it's annoying. You go back and watch it, and she's like, "Oh, you're crying again."
Exactly.
And it's annoying, and I don't like that. Sometimes I have those thoughts. Like, I need to fix that about myself. I'm like, it's okay.
Such is the case with many air moons, I'll say.
Yeah.
Yeah, air moons can run a little like, not like other girls. Because the moon is like that, like, it's like the almost like feminine. And then if it's not a feminine sign, it could be like kind of.
Yeah.
But yeah. Although I don't have a feminine sign moon either, so.
What is your moon?
Sagittarius.
You said that right.
Yeah. No, you're good. So you're a Libra rising, which you said you identify with. I love. Libra risings are so charming, charismatic. They're able to like weigh options and various perspectives. The ability to understand other people's perspectives is pretty key for Libra rising, and you really value like harmony.
Yes.
Yeah.
So much so.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like the one time I've been called out for being a Libra rising was when I was an extra on this film set, actually, and it was like a soap opera film set.
Ooh.
And I made sure to like talk to every single person in the crew, and I was like talking to all the cast members. I was making friends, and this girl came over to me. She was like, "I thought you said you were a Taurus." I'm like, "Yeah, I'm a Taurus," because we all like were like doing our signs earlier. And she's like, "But like you're giving Libra. Like why every person you need to talk to and know their life, like not just like hi, how are you?" I'm like, "What's your situation with your mom? How many pets you got? Like let's figure that out. Oh, you're working on a script. Let's work on it together." Like
She just discovered rising signs.
Yes, exactly. Yes.
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, like a lot of people's first guess for me is Leo. My rising sign.
I came in being like, I think you're a Leo, and then I was like, oh yeah, but rising makes sense as well.
Yeah. Okay, so you have your Mercury in Taurus, which is like methodical mental processing, a love for tangible results.
Yes.
Reliable yet often slow communication. You reply in your own time, and you think before you act.
Yeah.
The only note is that your Mercury is in retrograde, which means that you might often feel like misunderstood or mistaken. Communication-wise. Yeah.
Constantly, yeah.
It's a big struggle for people born Mercury retrograde, because people are always like, oh, Mercury's like, that's the number one like meme joke of astrology or whatever. But I'm like, but we're not talking enough about people with natal Mercury retrograde
happening. Yeah, I think too about being like misunderstood. It's something that I feel like has happened so much in my life, especially when it comes to like romantic relationships.
Yeah,
where I'm like, that is not what I mean, and I need you to look more at my actions, and like we're saying like tangible things of what I am doing.
Yeah.
Because I might say something because in the moment it made sense to say it. It doesn't mean that it like was ultimately the thing I was thinking or feeling. It was just what was happening in that moment needed to be said. And which is why I love stand-up comedy so much, because then it's just me talking. It's not, which sounds so as I said, that was a crazy thing to say. But no, I mean, in comparison to things like improv or sketch.
Right.
Because especially with improv, sometimes I'm like, how do you not get that this is leading to a joke? Like, I need you to be a part of my conversation.
Like, actually, I have the thing going on in my head. I'm correct, right?
Exactly, yeah. It's not yes and, it's say this. Yeah.
It's not yes and it's you better play along to whatever I'm doing.
Exactly, yes. Read the script.
I kind of feel that way about improv too, but I also like, I don't do improv that much.
Yeah.
Probably because of that. I don't know. I do like stand up. I like the solo aspect of it, for better or for worse. So your Venus is in Gemini, which, as listeners know, like my favorite placement. I have it, of course. Like everyone I know has it, basically.
Gotcha.
Venus and Gemini, it's like very playful, intellectual love. You need like a curious and capable partner.
Yeah.
And it usually is like you kind of get bored with people relatively quickly if they're not meeting your like intellectual or playful needs.
I had this fight with my mom the other day because we have this, and this is going to sound so mean, but we have this thing where when we see people dating, we'll be like, oh, that person's kind of toast and the other person's jam. Meaning that one person's kind of boring.
Yeah.
And she said to me the other day, she's like, you just really need to find your toast. Like, you keep bringing these jams home and you need to find your toast.
Yeah.
And I was like, Mom, I'm going to get so fucking bored of toast.
Yeah.
Like, I just know myself. It's going to suck. I need them to be like interesting and fascinating and like doing all this different stuff.
Yeah.
And then sometimes though I meet those people, I fall in love with those people. And then it's like, but wait, I also have all this interesting, fascinating stuff. And like, because there's no toast, there's no place for us to settle. But
it's just a bunch of jam all over the place, and that's sticky, honey.
That's sticky. And not in the playful, fun way, sticky.
Right.
The messy way. Well, normally it gets real fun for a while.
I feel you. I'm similar. I also have Venus and Gemini, but like, every time I try to date someone boring, I'm like, I just don't think you're going to vibe well with me for the rest of my life.
Exactly. And like, at the end of the day, like, looks are going to fade and stuff. Obviously, I enjoy dating hot people. All my exes are hot.
Of course.
But looks are going to fade. Our hobbies are going to go away. Our successes are going to be our successes. I need to be able to have coffee with you in the morning.
Yeah.
And if we can't, like, I dated this guy for years, and his like favorite conversation in the morning, he'd be like, oh, so what do you think is like more morally sound, to kill old people or babies? And like, that's just never going to be what I want to
That's
talk
the
about
question?
over coffee. Yeah. And also it's just never going to be like,
Yeah.
I want to talk about the Hannah Montana 20th anniversary
Exactly.
special. Like, I
Like-
want to talk about Pulp Fiction. I don't want to
Right.
talk about fucking bullshit.
Oh, who's gonna die? Euthanasia.
Yeah.
Euthanasia for adult people, for grandparents. Anyways, and you're as a Libra rising, Venus is the ruler of your chart, so it kind of makes you a lover girl.
Which I am.
Yeah,
I really am deeply.
Yeah.
I love falling. First of all, I love falling in love.
right.
I think it's the best thing we do as humans. Like, it's the closest thing we have to magic on
Yeah.
Earth, aquamarine.
Love.
But like, it's true. And
Yeah.
like every time I've gone to fall in love, which has been many times,
Yeah.
I'm so incredibly grateful for all of those relationships and all of those people. And yes, we make jokes of like, oh, the Scorpio ruined this
Right,
or
right,
whatever.
right.
I still have so much love in my heart for him.
Yeah.
And even the guy we were talking about who like was shaking me, being like, I just love your boyfriend. I have not love in my heart for him, but like I have so much love for what we had together.
Sure.
And I think no matter what, one day I'm going to be like about to die and I'll be like, man, there was a lot of love in my life. And that's the most important thing to me.
That's good. A lot of love in your life. I love that for you. Yeah, that's why I said like you have so much Venusian energy in your chart, because not only is Libra, of course, ruled by Venus, but so is Taurus, and you have so many Taurus placements.
A lot of Taurus placements. Yeah.
So like definition lover girl here, which I love. And it's also like you seem to kind of wear your heart on your sleeve a little bit. And a lot of Tauruses like are very earnest in a way that is so endearing to me. I'm like, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I have a very good friend. Her name's Alexa, and
Yeah.
she recently got married. And I like went to the wedding, and then right after there was some just stuff going on in my life. And she said to me, she came over, and I was upset. I was crying. She was like, Mackenzie, you love really deeply. And I was like, no, like we all do. Like that's not a me thing. She was like, we've known each other a year, and you were at my wedding. Like you got yourself
That
an
is so
invite to that
funny.
wedding.
Yeah,
and I was
yeah.
like, but don't we all like, if I meet a friend, of course I want to be at their wedding.
Exactly.
Like, let's be best friends forever. I better be at your wedding.
Yeah.
We've brought him up several times. I better be at Chase's wedding. Even if it's at the ballet.
I famously want to have a New Year's Eve wedding.
I would love that.
Yeah,
Okay,
so,
brilliant.
yeah.
I'll mark off all my
Mark
New
it
Year's
down for
Eves.
New Year's.
Yes. Whatever you say is actually going to happen, so be so careful. The
You
universe
think so?
only says yes, so be so careful.
Okay. I'm going to be really careful. I
Yeah.
want to say it's going to be probably 2030.
Boom, there we go. Mark it.
So single, by the way. Could not be
But
more single at the
but
moment.
things can change so quickly.
That's true.
But no, so I do think I wear my heart on my sleeve for sure,
Yeah.
and I love very deeply. And I think I always assume other people also love very deeply, and sometimes I get burned
can
by
be
that.
tough, yeah.
But what I've been trying to like rectify lately, I'm like, maybe it wasn't like maybe I feel things differently or whatever.
Yeah.
My absence will still be noticed, because when someone loves that deeply,
sure.
that is still something you will notice being
Exactly.
gone from your life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And that's like karma in its own way.
Exactly.
So you have your Mars in Taurus, which is like a practical drive. Mars is detriment in Taurus, which means that it's this is what I wrote. The working conditions that Taurus provides are against Mars's nature. So it can be hard for Mars to figure out its energy in the sign of Taurus. Sometimes inaction is what a Taurus chooses. A Taurus Mars especially, like choosing to do nothing, which some people might perceive as lazy, but in reality it's more of just like, I can't do that right now.
Yeah. I just need to take a break. Take a step back. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's in your 7th house, which is the house of partnerships. And so like business partnerships, relationships, both, they might find you intimidating. Has that been?
Yeah. I would say not with my most recent partner.
Sure.
But with the 2 previous, that was a big thing of, and to be fair, that was on me, I think, for dating they were both comedians. One was a stand-up, one was an improviser, which does that even count? No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. But like, no, there definitely were aspects of like, oh, you got on that show and I didn't, or oh, you're producing.
Jealousy a little bit,
You're producing and I'm not producing. And I think too, whenever any man's like, oh, you produce so much, I don't know how you do that. Yes, you do. You know how to produce. We all know how to produce. You're choosing not to do it.
Yeah.
And I think whenever jealousy is sprung out from that, I'm like, but you also could, I'm not doing anything miraculous. Like you also could be doing it.
Well, every woman doing anything is miraculous to me, but
Correct, actually. But yeah, no, that definitely has been a common theme. I would not say it's the most recent one, but it's been a common theme. Yeah.
It's also, it means you're kind of slow to anger, but when you get there, it's sort of like, watch out.
Yeah. That is correct. I will let a lot of things go until not anymore. Yeah. Yeah. Until we're fighting on the street.
And then it's the bull. And
then
we
it's
see the bull.
Yeah, exactly.
Then it's the horns. Okay, so we're going to get into the aspects now. Do you know about aspects in astrology?
I do not. Okay. Yeah.
So aspects are like how your planets relate to each other. So like physically, like this is the math part of astrology. Like all these lines here are aspects. Okay. So like, and also, I mean, like for example, like your North Node is is conjunct your Libra here, your Libra rising. And you have, which trine did I want to talk about first? Yeah, your Sun trine your Jupiter. So your Sun here is trine your Jupiter here, 17 degrees, 38, and 18 degrees, 39. So only a degree apart, basically.
Okay.
And that is a positive aspect. Trine is always good.
Okay.
Because it means it's in the same element, right? So that's in Capricorn.
Okay.
Your Jupiter.
So more Earth.
Yeah, more
always,
Earth, in fact.
always.
Yes,
Yeah,
exactly.
always. Yeah.
Jupiter and Capricorn is my only Earth.
Oh, gotcha.
But Sun trine Jupiter, it means it makes you good-hearted and lucky, and you have like a faith in humanity that not everybody can see. Not everybody has.
I've been having this fight a lot lately. I really do have faith in humanity. I really think we're going to pull it together. I always do. I'm always like, we do got this. Like, yeah.
It makes you like an optimist as opposed to like,
for sure.
Yeah. You have your Mars square your Uranus, which oftentimes squares are challenging aspects. That means 90 degrees apart. However, Mars and Uranus aspects are usually pretty good, at least especially for people in creative fields, because it gives you like a creative, unique energy. Especially since Mars is like a drive, it's like, ooh, you got this like creative, unique drive going on. It's also very innovative, especially because the Uranus itself is in Aquarius, home in Aquarius. And it makes you more impulsive than the average Taurus. I would say Taurus in general is not a very impulsive sign.
No, we're in bed.
Exactly. But yeah, that like square with the Mars and Uranus makes it a little bit more. It also kind of gives you a rebellious streak or like a troublemaker. Oh. Has that ever?
I think when I first moved to the city,
probably.
Yeah, I was like,
of course,
whatever.
Yeah. Early 20s in New York City, you can't imagine.
And like the pandemic had just ended, and like everything was open. Oh my god, like that was probably the troublemaker phase. Yeah.
But it also, and this is I would say the slightly negative or challenging aspect, is that it usually means you act without regard for human consequence.
Ooh.
Because Uranus is like, Uranus and Aquarius is like kind of like, I'm never going to die, God kind of vibe.
Yeah.
So it's like, who knows?
Now, do you think that means like injury wise, like physically, or do you think that means like I don't care emotionally if things fall apart? Like,
I would say more the former.
Yeah. So like injury, is that what you mean by former?
Yeah.
When people say former, latter, I'm like, what?
Sure. Yeah. The first one.
Option A or B. Yeah. Okay. So I've never broken like main bones. I've broken my nose. Ooh. But I definitely like have jumped out of things being like, it'll work out. Like, I'm not going to die on this bridge.
Yeah.
Not that I'm jumping off bridges,
right.
But like, you know what I mean?
But it is so like opposite the vibe of your Taurus Mercury, which is like thinking before acting. So it's a little...
But with my own physical body, I don't know what that is. I'm like, and maybe that, again, to trace back to bulimia, that's a very like, this will just fix itself.
Right, exactly.
Like,
yeah. And then I have a note right after that, which is, but your Saturn is also sextile your Uranus. So you learn from your experiences. This is a positive aspect. Sextile is always good. You can relate to people of all ages and backgrounds, and you have a good balance of tradition and innovation.
I love that.
Yeah.
That's actually really wonderful.
That's a really good aspect to have, I would say.
And that is something I strive to do. I do believe that on a human level, we all can relate to each other, and I try to do that.
That's why you have faith in humanity.
Yeah, I'm trying.
Exactly. Your Jupiter is also square your ascendant, which means that you are always looking for opportunities to grow or expand, right? Jupiter is the expansive planet, and your rising sign is like your self, your outer. And then my last note on is a conjunction. Your north node is conjunct your ascendant, and it means that you had to or have to overcome codependency.
I've never heard of her. I don't know who that is.
And your life path journey is to define your own path.
That's awful.
I know.
That's awful. I used to in my very early 20s, before you knew anything about life, so I don't know what I was thinking walking around talking like this. I was like, I think we've all been put on this earth to do one exact thing. And I used to say all the time, I was like, mine is not to find a person. Like, I'm going to be alone. And now that I'm 30, I'm like, I would love to find a person. I don't want to be alone. And now you saying that, I'm like, that's annoying.
Well, it's funny that you say that because the nodes, which we all of us basically that are born around the same time have North Node in Libra, South Node in Aquarius. So to an extent, our South Node is like what you know. So like being younger and being like, I know independence. Yeah. Like in Aries, that's the independent sign. That makes so much sense. Like I've got that down.
Yeah.
Technically, our North Node being in Libra means that partnership and working together is actually going to be really important for us.
Yeah.
It's just because yours is conjunct your rising sign, it can affect it as well. But it does mean like just finding the right balance of like a healthy partnership.
Totally.
Yeah.
And I think even if we take relationships out of it, there have been so many examples in my life of like working relationships where I'm like, well, I can't do it alone, so I better find someone to do it with me.
Yeah.
And that is something that like Pretty Funny Comedy has so many women involved in it. And there have been times where I'm like, okay, and I'm going to hold on to you a little bit tighter. Like you're my partner.
Yeah.
And like, that's normally when things will go awry.
Yeah.
And I need to trust like, no, this is my thing. I know what I am doing and I can do it alone.
For sure.
And then probably in romantic relationships, I need to learn that too. But that's 30-year-old Mackenzie's problem.
We've all got a lot of things to learn in romantic
relationships.
relationships. Yeah. Actually, your Venus is in your 9th house. Are you attracted to like either foreigners or people with like completely different backgrounds from you? Well, I guess you're in America, so it is foreign already.
No, I would say I absolutely am. The other day I wrote out a list of like my ideal person, and I did put on there like European. Like I am. Like
European, yeah.
Like
yeah.
Emily in Paris, any of the men from that cast, but in particular Marcello season 5.
Yeah, he's hot.
Hot Italian guy.
Like, okay, you like Italian men. I spent a summer in Italy, but I wasn't like into Italian guys when I was there.
What were you doing?
Well, I kind of found them a little bit creepy.
Yeah, but
First of all, I was 19.
Oh,
and
well,
I was like
relatively
relatively like obviously inexperienced to an extent. Yeah. And I was also like, I was so homesick because, so I did this first year abroad program where you have to spend your first 11 months abroad and then you get to pay in-state tuition at Florida State. And I like didn't go home at all. So I was like, I'm kind of tired of being abroad.
Yeah. That's fair. And that's fair. You're like, I just want to be home. I just want to be home for a minute. Yeah.
Yeah. And like the Italian men that I interacted with would kind of just like grab you at the bar and stuff. And I was like, I don't know if that's still happening. Obviously, this is like, how old am I? This is like 12 years ago at this point. Well, but
and I don't want to be grabbed at the bar. Right. But exactly. Like, I grabbed in a parking lot.
Sure. Grabbed with permission. Grabbed with consent.
Yes.
I do agree. Like, did you, have you seen that it's like a new rom-com out called You, Me, and Tuscany?
You mean Tuscany? Oh, wait, I want to see it. That guy's gorgeous. You want to talk gorgeous?
Hot, yeah.
That guy's gorgeous.
He is gorgeous.
I've never seen Bridgerton. I might watch it to see him more of him.
Right.
Yeah.
He is gorgeous. And that's like set in Italy. And he's like an Italian British guy.
Ooh. An Italian British guy.
I know.
All right.
Yeah, I've dated a lot of foreigners as well, but I like lived abroad for so long.
That's
so
fair.
like, yeah.
But I'm living abroad here, so everyone
you are living abroad here.
Yeah.
Your entire adult life, basically.
Has been,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tell me about that. When did you decide to move to America?
So I moved to America when I was like 22 with a boyfriend because he had gotten a job in Seattle, and our plan was 1 year in Seattle, 1 year in New York.
So that was the codependency lesson, probably.
Yeah. Well, I think the universe was trying to get me to learn it.
Right.
I think it's tried a few more times.
Hey, like I said before when we were talking before the podcast, I refuse to learn any lesson that the universe sends me. Sorry.
Especially because then during the pandemic, we were in a different country away from our families and hadn't had a chance to meet people yet. And he wasn't the most social person to begin with. I would say out of all my boyfriends.
Was he toast?
He was toast a little bit. And I don't mean that to be rude. He, I believe, is married to another piece of toast now.
Hey, a sandwich.
Exactly. A sandwich is a sandwich. But he just like wasn't good at making friends in the way that I was. And I think there was some like jealousy there that I could go out and do that.
Yeah.
And I was so young that I'm like, no, like I'll stay at home with you then. Which the codependency thing, I shouldn't be doing that.
Resentment, we'll maybe start with that. Yeah.
Exactly. And then we broke up and suddenly he was Mr. Social. In the middle of a pandemic, he was going on like Bumble friendship dates.
Bumble friendship dates. Love that.
And I like, and some people are like, no, he was probably like out with girls. I'm like, no, I legitimately think he was out making friends because I think in his mind he was like, well, we broke up, so now I can do this. And it's like, my guy, you were never good at that. Making friends is not your forte.
Right.
Like, and that's okay because he has his friends and that's good.
What's his sign?
He was a Libra.
Oh, okay.
Which is funny that like he wasn't more social.
Yeah.
And there are other things in that too. We'll keep it light for the podcast. Yeah. But we were each other's everything. And I think that's why it had to end in the way that it ended with me moving to New York.
Yeah.
To get as far geologically away from him as I could. Because like you just can't be someone's everything at that age.
Yeah.
I don't think at any age you should be someone's everything.
Yeah.
And it just became like way too much. Every conversation I had was with him. And that's like
that's too much.
You need other voices in your head. Yeah, for sure.
For sure.
Yeah.
So it was originally for a partner, but now obviously New York was like your own.
New York was always
decision.
New York was always the goal. It was 1 year in Seattle, 1 year in New York, and then we were gonna go back to Canada and like buy a house and grow old, I guess. Sure. I don't know. Yeah. A 22-year-old's plan. Like yeah, something like that was the plan. And then but New York had been my plan since a little girl. Like my room had like the New York posters in it and stuff. And I don't know if you've heard of a show called Friends.
What's that?
Yeah, it's like really niche. No one knows.
What's that
it.
on? I should look that up.
Yeah, you should look it up. I think it's on one of the streamings. But so yeah, I was a very big fan of that. I'm like, that's gonna happen, and then it happened when I was 24, and I found my people here.
Perfect.
My people. And I just was like, oh, I'm never gonna leave, and I see myself dying in Washington Square Park. My third husband crying over my body. He'll find me.
How old is he? The third husband?
Oh, the third husband. I think. Listen, I'm planning on dying early 90s. That's when I'm gonna cut it. 93, I think. And so I don't know. I think he'll be in his like 60s.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I love a younger man when I'm that age.
Exactly. And still like he'll still be a 6-year-old man. I'm not. It's not gonna be a 30-year-old.
Right. 60 is respectable.
Exactly. I'm still doing the right thing, and like. And then my son, who I didn't want,
you're so real for that.
We'll get to take over the comedy collective that I've built. That's for female. I love it.
What if he's not funny?
He won't be. He'll be a.
This is the thing. I feel like usually a lot of a lot of children of comedians are not that funny.
He's not going to be funny.
Right.
I picture my future son. I picture Andrew Barlow. That's.
Well, Italian.
Yeah, well, there we go.
Just the one son. I'm like, let me look at your fifth house.
Yeah, will that tell me? Yeah, tell me. I've always wanted a girl, which is why it'll be a boy.
Right. Yeah. Well, me too. I might die if I have a boy, but a boy mom. That's not in my future. I don't think.
That's not what we want.
I'll take it if I can only have one thing, but
yeah.
I hope. Oh God, I hope she's trans in the end. You know, you could still. Yeah, exactly. Watch. I have a girl, and then he becomes a trans man. Oh, the one thing I didn't want. Perfect. I would have been supportive if it was a transitioning to a woman, but not. You want to be that?
Also, to be very clear, I think Andrew Barlow is very funny. It was just it was a name. He lives above you. It's what came to my mind. It was a joke. I don't want him to get upset.
But he does have kind of that little boy energy sometimes.
Yes,
so
exactly. Yes, but I think he's very funny.
Sagittarius.
Let's be correct. I don't want hate mail
from Andrew Barlow fans. Sometimes it can tell you that kind of thing, but it's also like I'd probably have to like sit down and actually think about that, because you want to look at the 5th house, but then it's also like you'd have to look at like the transits of what's going to be in Pisces. Like, what is the chart right now? Let me see the current chart that we are dealing with.
Ooh, okay.
I guess Pluto's, but that's going to be a long. Oh, what degree is it at? Oh yeah, it's going to enter. That's not important. We won't worry about that yet.
Why? What does it mean?
We don't know.
Okay.
There's no way to know.
Okay.
No, Pluto is a very transformative planet.
Right.
So it's possible actually that it's going to transform your life with a kid, but
Great.
especially being in your 5th house. But yeah.
Gotcha.
With the male kid, I fear. No.
And I knew that. My friend's German, and she told me all Germans are psychic. I don't know if that's true, but she looked at me and she was like, "You're going to have a boy." And I was like, fuck.
That's tough.
I know.
Yeah.
It's tough to know.
You only want one kid? Do you think?
Well, if I'm living in the city financially, maybe I can only afford one.
That's why I want to marry rich, honestly.
But do you?
Well, like, I told you I like broke artists, but
exactly. And that's the thing.
If there's a he-they with a with a net worth of over $50 million, hit me up.
I've dated a little rich, and it's always like I get uncomfortable. And I'm like, no, let's be broke together. Like, I'd rather be broke in a tent with our one son.
I don't want to be broke. I just don't like the personalities or like values of a rich person.
And that's fair. Did you watch The Materialist?
Of course I did. It was basically made for me.
Who would you have picked?
I don't know. It's hard to say because when she was like, I have one, what is it called? I don't know. One thing I care about, that he has to be very rich or whatever.
Yeah. Her one thing.
Yes. And I was like, she's kind of me for that. But then, of course, she ends up with the broke guy. And I'm like, that does kind of equal my dating life in the sense of, like, I'm very loud and vocal about my love for, like, marrying rich or my passion for marrying rich. And then I don't walk the walk, by the way. I'm walking the walk with, like, bartenders. No shade at all, but y'all aren't coming from wealth. And I do oh God, I don't want to worry about money ever.
Yeah.
I'm bad with money.
I'm pretty good with money. So maybe that's why I'm like,
you have so much earth.
And I think maybe that's why I'm like, no, we'll figure it out. Like, no matter what, we'll figure it out. Yeah.
Is there a sign that you find you usually like date?
So that's interesting because they've all been very different.
Yeah.
I do find myself most attracted to more water signs, I would say.
It's because you're lacking water in your chart.
I think that is it. That like I'm thirsty.
Exactly.
Is a way to put it. Thirsty.
Yeah.
And then any fire sign I've come across, we just like fight. And it's not even like an attractive fight. It's just like, I don't want to be around you anymore, my guy.
Yeah.
I've never dated another earth sign.
That makes sense. You're like, I've got that covered.
Like, we're good. One of us is stable.
Exactly.
Let's get some loosey-goosey water in here. Is what I'm thinking.
Honestly, I could see you with a Cancer. I could. If they have Gemini.
If they had Gemini.
If they have Gemini.
There. Okay.
Yeah.
So Italian Cancer.
An Italian Cancer man, if you guys are out there listening.
I'm ready.
Mackenzie's interested.
Full-fledged interested.
Exactly. Okay.
And we'll have one son together.
One son, and that's our lot in life. Yeah. No, but they would probably like that. That's the thing. Like, sometimes I find that European men can be a little toxic masculine. But that's crazy because it's like, famously European men are kind of like not. They're usually like a little bit, people would say fruity. But I find like in relationships, they can sometimes be a little like,
this is
traditional.
Yeah. And I sometimes struggle with that.
Yeah.
I kind of like to be like, I'll get dinner, babe. Like,
right. You have your Mars in your 7th house.
I like to be daddy. Yeah.
Exactly.
I like to be daddy.
Mars in the 7th house. I love that for you. All right. That is what I have reading wise. Do you have any questions?
I mean, I feel like we did. So you think you could see me with more of a water sign?
I could see you with a Cancer because
Cancer
and Taurus are famously good together.
So you're a Cancer as well, right?
I am. But you do need someone, I think, with some air.
With some air in there.
Because not only are you a Libra rising, you're a Gemini Venus and an Aquarius moon. You have a lot of air.
There's a lot of air.
And air likes air.
And air likes air.
Yeah.
Air likes air. But Earth doesn't like Earth, and that's interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's like, I don't know. It's like one of us is holding it down and you have to do something else.
Exactly. Well, I've always heard like rock and balloon, like someone needs to lift, another person needs to ground. And I've been very good at being grounding. I need someone to lift. That's what I need.
You need someone to lift.
I need someone to lift. Yeah. Was there anything in there more like career-wise-ish that I should be aware of?
Okay, so let me take a look.
Yeah.
So your midhaven is in Cancer, which typically when we want to look at career, we first want to go to the midhaven, which signifies our like public persona. It's the start of the 10th house, which is the house of career. Your 10th house is primarily Leo, which is good because Leo's the creative sign. And your midhaven being Cancer, it means like you're a little bit more of like a nurturing, which is probably why like people see you as like when your ex was like, you're so good at producing. It's probably like, yeah, there's like some nurturing qualities that you have to be a producer. I know, because I do it too. And then we want to look at Saturn as well, which is of course in Aries in that 6th house. And 6th house is the sign of like daily work and habits. Like we said before, aspecting the Uranus is good. It's interesting because a midhaven Cancer is usually like teacher.
Okay.
Have you ever taught? What's your like career outside of comedy if you have to have one?
I taught photography in college, so that was interesting. They said teacher. And then I was a writer for years and years for like corporate America. And then honestly, outside of comedy, it's just writing in general.
Yeah,
I write a lot of like little things. Yeah.
Okay, that's good. So I mean, looking to like Mercury for that kind of thing with writing. But yeah, I mean, Mercury and Taurus, like I said, like very thoughtful. But also all of your air placements, like, and all of your like ability to see different points of view is usually what makes a strong writer as well.
Yeah.
So that's good. But yeah, your 10th house doesn't have like any planets in it, so there's not necessarily anything like happening there wise. But if you're looking for like timing, you want to see when, like, for example, did I just say that Jupiter's in Cancer, was it?
I think so. I think that's what you said, yeah.
Let me see what degree it's at. Okay, so actually, Jupiter is going to be hitting your midhaven like pretty soon.
Okay.
Yeah, because it's at 20 degrees right now and your midhaven's at 22 degrees.
Gotcha.
So at some point within the next few months, that should be a good bump for your public persona or career.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Perfect.
But that's kind of how transits work.
Yeah.
That's like a whole other part of astrology that like...
Yeah.
So I've been getting more into this past year. I usually was just doing like personal like natal chart readings and stuff, but now I am more into the like, let's see what's happening currently and how that's going to affect my life and other people's lives around me.
Love that.
Yeah.
Wow. Beautiful. What a great way to start out my 30s.
Oh, thank you. Before we end, I have a little game for you.
Oh, cute. Okay.
So people have given us their high thoughts, and you're going to guess what their sign is based on their high thought.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
And if you would like to send in your high thought, please do so. There is a form in the link in our bio on both TikTok or Instagram. It is anonymous unless you don't want it to be.
Cute. Love that. Okay.
So, high thought number 1. If you shower and use a towel to dry yourself, then why is it considered a dirty towel?
Okay, also this feels targeted at me because I've asked that. I know we've mentioned him like 20 times already, but Chase one time wrote on his Instagram story, a private one, so sorry that I'm exposing him, something about how like his roommate used the towel from the kitchen, and I replied back in earnestly, what's wrong with that?
No.
What is wrong with it? It's a towel. A towel is a towel. That's a Taurus, I'm gonna guess.
That's so funny. It's a Gemini.
Oh, okay. All right.
Okay, number 2. Animals are smarter than us. We just have the ability to rationalize.
Ooh, okay. Interesting. I'm trying to think of which sign is the most like, that feels like Earth, right? Like they're, okay, well.
I'm not going to give an indication.
But actually, you know what? I'm going to go wild card. I feel like that's Pisces.
That's interesting because of the animals aspect of it.
Yeah.
It's a Gemini.
Oh my, are these all going to be Gemini? Is this the game?
No, that's so funny. That is so funny. No.
It's a prank.
Although, to be honest, like I think we have a lot of Gemini listeners, low-key, so.
And that makes sense. Geminis love to talk more about Gemini. So
well, Geminis love podcasts. Geminis is like, a constant voice in my ear? Perfect.
Fantastic.
Okay, last one.
Yeah.
Do birds react to us whistling as if we're speaking their language badly?
Say it again.
Do birds react to us whistling as if we're speaking their language badly? poorly, I think would be a better word there.
Aries.
That's so funny.
Was it like Gemini again?
It's Cancer.
Oh, interesting. Okay, wow. I'm not a good listener.
We almost never get these right, by the way.
Okay, good. I'm an idiot.
We've gotten maybe 10 right over the whole year.
I do love also watching your show and like how often you guys don't guess what the person's sign is.
We get it wrong constantly.
But I love being in the audience being like, I know what it is. And I'm always wrong too, but I'm like, I know what it is. Like
that's why we have the sheets where the audience can
guess
as well.
Yeah.
And a little prize at the end. Okay, let's see. Is there anything that I am forgetting? I think who is in your dream blunt rotation?
Yes. So I have two that I thought of because one will be a celebrity one for the people that are not Bushwick comics. But then I did think of one of Bushwick comics.
Sure.
And the shows. I would like a dream blunt rotation of shows would be Two Gays, One Mic.
Perfect.
Constellation Prize. And she doesn't have a show of her own, but I want her to. Samantha Prosser.
Oh my God. Dude, she's like not even doing comedy these days.
She is when you just get to talk to her because she's the funniest person alive.
Yeah. She was at my party this past weekend.
I think we had dinner last night. She sometimes will talk to me as if I don't know the same people she knows. Because she's like, I was at a party and now I'm like, your party.
Devil Wears Fashion Nova party.
Oh, fun. Okay. Love that. Yeah. But that would be for like New York comedians.
Okay,
I think that would just be the funniest thing ever.
List. Nobody's done that before. You're bringing innovation to the podcast. That's the Aquarius moon.
But like celebrity one, you're gonna hate this. Okay. Taylor Swift would be in it.
Yeah, I'm sure.
I just want to know what that's like.
That's fine.
Same with Martha Stewart.
Okay.
And a little villain moment. Let's get Elizabeth Holmes in there.
You want to meet
I
your
want to
villain.
meet her.
You want to meet her.
I also just want to meet her because I want to be like, this voice you faked.
You're taking it from me.
Yeah. Knock it off. Unless I'm getting the movie right.
Exactly.
But Seyfried already did it. Constantly stealing my roles out, Amanda.
Like, it's so hard to be a blonde woman in Hollywood.
It's so hard to be a blonde woman. My life is so hard.
Exactly. Okay, those are two amazing blunt rotations.
Thank you.
I'm glad Constellation Prize made it. All right, very last question for you.
Yeah.
What would you like to manifest?
Oh my gosh. I mean, we already did say that I am going to get my Italian cancer.
Italian cancer.
Of course. With a Gemini, you said? Has to have a little Gemini
I think
in
he
there?
has to have some Gemini.
Just some. Yeah. Okay. That's good to know. I would just love to manifest the next decade for me to be, I think if my 20s, I was learning a lot. For my 30s to be taking those learnings and sharing them with people and getting to tell stories and have a life that I'm proud that when I'm 40, I can be like, yeah, I got to live my life the way I wanted to. Yeah.
That's so beautiful.
And cure this codependency thing. Would love that. Would love if I could take care of that.
I think you're already on the right path.
I'm working.
That is great to manifest. I would like to manifest a little more stability in my life overall, generally.
More earth. You need more earth.
So I know, but I'm usually not attracted to earth signs in a romantic way. I actually specifically have hatred for Virgo.
Well, that's fair. even Virgo women, I'm like, knock it off.
You said it.
I don't want anything to, and they're always like, no, it's attention to detail. No, it's annoying. It's not, I have attention to detail. You're obnoxious. It's different. Yeah. That's like the person most likely to send you back a text that has like spelling mistakes from your text to be like, by the way, you spelled this word wrong is a Virgo.
Yes.
And I want nothing to do with that.
Exactly. Yeah. I don't like being judged.
I don't like, no.
Yeah.
And some people do, and that's their kink, I guess, but that's not mine.
That's the thing too. They always say like Virgo and Taurus is so compatible. And I'm like, I don't know who Virgo's compatible with because it's not Cancer and it's not Taurus.
No, and maybe
my opinion.
Maybe Taurus, because a Taurus, speaking from experience, I can make myself compatible with people.
Sure.
I can like bend myself
you're
and
also
be like
Libra rising.
Exactly.
So, honey, I can be whatever you need.
Exactly. I'm like, let me fix everything.
Yeah, especially also Gemini Venus. All right, continue.
Yes. So I think like maybe people have been like, no, like a Virgo and a Taurus work because the Taurus is like, all right, if you want to do it that way, we'll do it that way.
And
like,
they're both Earth.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I guess we'll queen of compromise.
Yeah, but I do think a Capricorn is a better match for Taurus than a Virgo.
I agree with that. A lot of my female friends are Capricorns. Yeah.
Virgo's almost like maybe we should quarantine all the Virgos and Scorpios together. Let's get all them together.
That's an episode of Big Brother I watch. That's Survivor.
Yeah, I think we should try that.
I think we should try that. They belong together.
That could really work in many ways.
Yes, I agree.
Okay, Mackenzie, would you like to plug anything?
I would like to plug your show. More people need to come to that show, Constellation Prize. I think it's so much fun. And get more of my exes on there. I think you need all of them.
You gotta give me a list of them.
Check your Instagram following.
That's so funny. Where can the people find you? What's your
Instagram? Pretty Funny Comedy or Mackenzie Jaquish. Either one. I'm on both.
Perfect.
I post on both.
And you can find me at That OMG Kid. You can find the podcast at The High Priestess Pod. My aforementioned other astrology comedy show at OMG Constellation Prize. Please leave us a 5-star review and a comment. Go and check out the YouTube maybe, because we're on there as well. And I just want to say thank you to everyone who has been listening and commenting. I see you and I love you. And you guys are bringing some really insightful stuff to the comments, which I love. So I'm happy to be building a little community of things and people that understand me.
Yeah. Well, that's wonderful.
Thank you so much for coming on.
Thank you for having me.
And happy freaking birthday.
Oh, thank you.
Tens of thousands of folks remain incarcerated for cannabis-related crimes. Let's reform our criminal justice system through progressive drug policy. Check out the Last Prisoner Project.